Match week 2 of the Premier League is about to kick off, and that is we're going to look at Brighton versus Manchester United. Then we're going to look at Manchester City taking on Ipswich, and then finally it's going to be Aston Villa taking on Arsenal. So if you're new to the show, like, subscribe, turn that notification on so you don't miss a show every time we upload. Road to 1,000 subscribers is on its way. I'm Tyler here for TK's 24 Sports. Let's get into it. Brighton taking on Manchester United is going to be the opening game for game week 2 at 12:30 at the MX. Manchester United didn't look too great when they took on Fulham. Yes, they won 1-0 with a Xerxes goal. But again, United were very wasteful in front of goal. Bruno Fernandes could have got a double in the first half and a second in the and a should have been a hat trick in the second half, should I say. Brighton, of course, are comfortable winners away from home against Everton. Very comfortable in my opinion. I thought there'll be different when De Zerbi left them. I thought, okay, is this team going to be any good? They now got a new manager in, bloody younger than Mikel Arteta. But no, they done it. 3-0 away from home. But this is Manchester United. Okay, under Ten Hag, a totally different team. Will De Ligt actually start this game? That remains to be seen because Harry Maguire, in my opinion, had a good game when they played Fulham. I think he was actually really, really, really well. So remains to be seen. But I think this game is going to be a 2-1 win to Manchester United. Okay, let's move on. City versus Ipswich. Ipswich looked very good. First game against Liverpool. Okay, first half, it was quite even. Arne Slot made some changes in the second half, and then Ipswich ended up losing that game. But I think Ipswich could give themselves a pat on the back. They may give Manchester City a hard time. This could be a big upset, actually. You guys are laughing at me thinking, no way, Ty. But you never know. Newly promoted sides, they don't have that much fear. And so they can take the game to City as best as they can. But then again, it is Manchester City. They're not the fastest starters in the Premier League when the first season starts. They are pretty slow and they only warm up in January. So this could be the banana skin. I'm not going to say it's going to be a City loss, but then again, I'm not going to say it's going to be an Ipswich win. I'm going to go here for a score draw. It could be 1-1 or 2-2. So let's see what happens. But then again, Harden could wake up tomorrow and go, damn it, I want 3 goals. I want to win the Golden Boot again. I want to show everyone just how good I am. So, okay, let's change that one to a 3-0 win, Manchester City. 2 for Foden. Yes, Foden. And 1 for Harden. Kind of contradicts what I said about Harden waking up tomorrow with a headache and going, yeah, I got to score some goals, but I think it's going to be Foden getting on the score sheet from his dismal performance in the Euros. Now, moving on to what I really want to talk about. Arsenal taking on Villa at Villa Park at 5:30 kickoff. This game, of all games, is going to be daunting for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta lost twice last season, as we know, away and home. But then again, in the first game, I still think Kai Havertz's goal should have stood. But, it is what it is. Rules are rules, and Villa got the victory there. But at the hybrid Emirates, Arsenal were wasteful in front of goal, very wasteful, and Villa got a 2-0 win. Okay, they got it. There's no complaints there because Arsenal were wasteful. Mikel Arteta has to talk to Kai Havertz and say, listen, we need you today. We need you to put the ball in the back of the net. I'm trusting you to be the main number 9 for this team. Do not let me down. Of course, Jesus is on the bench, but he's not really a prolific goal scorer. So we know that is Bukayo Saka going to be starting and running this game? Of course he is. But who's going to be on the left-hand side on both positions? Is it going to be Trossard or Martinelli? And then is it going to be Timber or Zinchenko? The other side of it, when I look at it, between a Trossard and a Martinelli, either one you start is going to be causing problems for Aston Villa. So there's no problems there. The only problem is going to be in the left-back position, where I think if Zinchenko starts, it's going to be a torrid time for Arsenal. He's definitely a weak link in that team. Oh, sorry about that. He's definitely a weak link in that team. So really and truly, if Mikel Arteta gets this wrong again and plays Zinchenko again, I can see maybe Aston Villa winning this one 2-0 or 2-1, but just because Zinchenko is not great defensively. If they go for a Jurriën Timber, that could be a big difference. That could be the real game changer there because then Arsenal have a solid back 4. When Zinchenko plays, is a solid back 3, with Zinchenko being the liability, which can cause Arsenal problems in both ends. When he tucks in on an inverted role, he's good at passing, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to defensive duties, he's just not all there. And we all know that. He wasn't there for Manchester City, and that's why City let him go in the end, because they weren't really going to be any weaker without him or any stronger with him. So Mikel Arteta needs to learn his lessons, put his ego aside and say, okay, you're not good for this game. I'm going to go with you in Timber because Aston Villa have weapons on the wing. Now, if Leon Bailey plays down there on the right-hand side, we know how quick he is, but he's not the best defensively. So it's a bit like Zinchenko. They both have strengths and weaknesses that Arsenal need to exploit Leon Bailey's weakness, which is going to be in defence. So having a Jurriën Timber start is a better solution for Arsenal. And I think should Jurriën Timber start, then Arsenal should win this one 2-0 quite comfortably. Just because Villa had a good season last season getting into the Champions League and beating Arsenal away and home doesn't mean they're going to do the same thing again. History's not going to rewrite itself. This Arsenal team has always come along season after season, putting the wrongs from right from the season before. And they've done that with Manchester City last season, didn't they? They beat Manchester United twice, and then they beat Liverpool at home, and then, of course, they drew away at Anfield. So they kind of learn their lessons as they go along each season and getting stronger. Mikel Moreno, of course, not started, so he has signed for Arsenal, but he's not going to be registered in time because he's only just come in, signed his paperwork, and it's going to get announced anytime soon properly. So that's my thoughts there. Do I have to sit on the fence on this one for the Arsenal and Villa game? Yeah, I will. I'm going to be a right pom-pom head and do that and sit on the fence. Kind of weak, but what's your thoughts on all three games? Do you think United is going to draw against Brighton? Do you think Brighton's going to get one over United? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of the City and Ipswich game? Do you think Manchester City is just going to walk all over Ipswich just because they're Manchester City? And do you think Emery is going to get one over Arsenal and Mikel Arteta again? Let me know your thoughts. Honestly, just let me know your thoughts. I just want to do a quick video today because talking about what it could be with the lineups and so forth is something that is just silly to do. It's just predicted lineups. We just don't know what each manager between Pep, Ten Hag and Arteta and Emery, what they're going to pick. But we do know the game of the day is going to be Aston Villa versus Arsenal because of what Villa done. They're going for the Champions League spot again this season. Arsenal are going to try and lift the Premier League for the first time in 2 decades. Well, that's a long time when I say that, 2 decades. So will Arteta finally get a victory over Unai Emery and put that ghost to bed and say, yep, we're here, we're going to win the league. It doesn't matter if it's not convincing or not. But that's the thing for me. It doesn't need to be a convincing win. It just needs to be the 3 points. And sometimes when you're a true supporter, that's what you got to look at. Do we just get the 3 points? Okay, let's move on to next week and improve what we didn't do the week before. So Arsenal just need to get the win. Plain and simple as that. If they do that, it could be a great 2-0 victory. And I would like to see a clean sheet. And I'd just like to see a hard, dogged fight from Arsenal, especially with Declan Rice versus Onana. That's going to be a good matchup. Will Odegaard pull the strings? Will Saka get another goal? And will Kai Havertz actually just continue his goal-scoring form? And then if Trossard plays well, I'm telling you right now, Trossard's going to have a game of his life. He is just that good. Martinelli, head down, run, feel like a missile without a target coordinated to go anywhere. So that's my thoughts today. I'm tying out here for TK24 Sports. Leave your thoughts below and what you think the game's going to go in either one of them. So, or if you're watching for another team, let me know what your thoughts are going to be for your team. Okay, I'm tying out here for TK24 Sports. Like, subscribe, turn that notification on. If you're new to the show, please return and watch more. And if you're returning as a subscriber, give it a big thumbs up. Please give it a big thumbs up. The likes is what's hurting this channel more than anything else. Subscribers, we're getting there. Again, as I keep repeating, road to 1,000 is on its way. And I just need your help. Help me get there. Thanks for watching. Bye.